Good every good every morning. Good morning, everyone. Hope everybody's having a lovely morning. Um,
Well, it's not, but we can say it is.
yeah, it seems like the world has gone to hell in a handbasket. Or are you just having issues this morning?
Uh, it's the, so to speak, elephant in the room.
Yeah. Um, Sorry, I'm just not organized this morning. Roberta didn't have to go in today. She didn't have to go to work today. She's got some doctor's appointments just later on. So I've been up about 20 minutes. Um,
But your hair looks great.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about that. I have not even run a brush through it. And,
Uh,
let's see who all we have in the chat. Good morning, Ping. Good morning, Mr. Bumcrack. How are you doing? Good morning, Javis. Good morning, Diane. Good morning, Lag. Good morning, Sue. Good morning, Anissa. Good morning, Jim and Tara.
Pink
Peddling
has
Profits.
not
Good morning.
heard of Charlie Kirk. Huh.
Yeah, thank you, Anissa, for the hairstyle. No, it's her annual appointments that she has, cardiologist and her transplant doctor. So she just took the day. Good morning, chick. So anyway, today is the day of remembrance for the 9/11 attack,
Mm.
and
Yep.
and then we had Charlie's murder yesterday. So I just don't know what this world's coming to. Which the attack on the World Trade Center, it's been numerous years ago, but still, what can I
Yep.
say?
24 years ago.
There was some people in this chat that probably wasn't even born then.
I'm,
Oh God.
I'm sure that, we were all 24 years younger, so.
Yeah. Let's see. I was 42.
Hmm.
I was still young. Let's see.
Hmm.
No, Javis, it's not going to be the main topic. Because in my opinion, they need to find the person. If that's not the person they've interrogating is not the person that did it, and then they need to um, bring him to South Carolina, strip him naked, pour honey on him, and tie him down over a fire ant bed while it's being broadcast live across the world. People have got to learn that there's repercussions. So, with that being said, keep the family in your prayers, especially because he had two little kids. And where the uh, where the World Trade Center is now another building, so life continues. I do too, Tara. I was sitting in an office, and our secretary had gone to a convenience store to pick up some soft drinks, and she came back talking. We thought she was lying. So anyway, with all that being said, like I said, keep everybody in your prayers. What's going
Yeah.
on with everybody else? Todd, did you sell $1,000 worth of stuff yesterday?
Boy, nearly. I had some auctions in for those antique um,
Antique what? Good morning, Tara.
Hey, good
the
morning.
pottery.
Of the pottery.
Yeah.
Just sell good money?
Yeah, one of them went over, let's see, I sold $800 yesterday.
Wow.
Nice.
You got closer to your,
To my goal, yeah.
yeah.
Let me, I'll just show them. Let's see, screen share. Oops, wrong.
Oops, that wasn't.
Yeah, and it's a Todd killing it. He spends more time doing. He actually resells.
All right, you got the screen share up.
Yep, indeed. It's on the screen.
Sold some hardware, sold some safety glasses, and then here we go. I started these auctions a week ago, 7-day auction. So the axe head sold for $41.
Oops.
And then this pot sold for $43. Then this pot sold for $285.78.
Hmm.
Now, where's that shipping to?
I don't know, I haven't looked.
Okay. If it's in within the 3 hours of driving, you need to tell Gwen to pack a suitcase and we're going on a road trip, and I'd hand deliver that damn thing.
This pot sold for $162.50.
Dang pot, Todd.
Dang pot Todd.
Yeah, pot
Oh my
Todd.
god, are those like prehistoric? Is that why you got circa 600, 800?
What's that?
I'm talking to
Yep.
Todd.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
This pot dates to 1,400 years ago.
It's amazing it survived.
It's pretty sturdy.
Oh.
Just feeling
Is
of
it like made out of more like a stone or is it like a pottery? It
it's
looks thick.
pottery.
It looks gritty, but maybe that's just because it's old.
It's called an effigy fish pot.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
The little
Guy helped. Is,
attachments are
is the
kind of
dead
like,
the dead guy helped you like tell you what it is?
yeah. No, there were. I had. I've had these for like quite a while. They were
And
just
just didn't list them? No.
sitting at the bottom of my death pile,
Yeah.
and
Uh,
I didn't realize they were worth that much. But in the box of stuff, it was just I bought it estate sale, and there were just handwritten notes on what each thing in the box was,
Yeah.
and
It's just I saw the masking tape with the little notes on it. I had something like that. Oh, maybe about a month and a half ago. With some military stuff, and the guy put notes on everything for me,
Mhm.
so I could tell exactly what it was.
Remember those rocks from the Hitler's hideout or whatever?
We bought those, didn't we?
No, no, because there's no way to prove it.
Oh yeah, but they were on an estate sale.
No, this was that was that park auction, that Sarah Park auction place
Hmm.
in Anago
Oh, I thought it was at
or
one
in
of
Tomahawk. I'm sorry.
Pack Rat's estate
No,
sales.
it's top. Remember that Nazi collector was there buying up all the German stuff.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
this stuff. I mean, I believe it because it came from this huge collection of. But I mean, how do you prove there were the eagle's nest or whatever that
yeah.
place
They were
was?
like pieces of
Piece of rubble that supposedly is the person
yeah,
or their relative had collected and put in his pockets of the rubble.
yeah.
Hmm.
How do you prove it? I mean, at
Let
least
me
that has
t-
like engravings, that has markings. You can prove it. A piece of rubble has no markings. You know,
Mm.
a rock's a rock.
let me
This is like Native American, prehistoric Native American, like pots or whatever,
Yeah,
maybe
which you
used
can
as
tell by
burial.
its marks. You can tell the style and stuff like that. It's not just a rock that just say, well,
Yeah.
this rock was held by Sitting Bull or something. This is Sitting Bull's favorite
Yeah.
rock.
Yeah. I mean, I pretty much have no proof other than a handwritten note that that they are what they are, but buyers are willing to buy them. So,
right.
Yeah.
It amazes me because when I grew up in southern Wisconsin, a place called Oak Creek on a farm, and they used to plow the fields, and we'd find all that prehistoric arrowheads and stuff like that. And I'd be always like, "What's the big deal? They're just Indian arrowheads. I mean, they're everywhere." But I mean, they're the old like stone flint ones. At the time, I didn't realize they're like prehistoric. Like early man arrowheads. Because I'm thinking they're like the Lone Ranger's arrowheads or something.
Right.
I bought a hunting land in north of Eagle River, um, in way northern Wisconsin. And this guy asked me, he goes, "Can I go on there with a metal detector? Because I know there's Indian artifacts on there." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't care." So he goes around, he goes, "But he gave me a whole bunch of them. He probably took the best stuff or whatever, but he
mhm.
gave me a whole bunch of these spear points and stuff. And he told me, he says, these are copper. He goes, these came from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So that means Indians either came here with them or these Indians went and traded with those Indians and brought them down the river. So these copper spear points are not indigenous to this area. So they're actually, and he had other stone stuff too, but it's kind of wild, like 10,000 years ago and stuff like that. It's kind of hard to comprehend that stuff's just sitting there buried for that long.
Right.
Um, good morning, Major Win, Dougie, Primo Chemo. Good morning, Kent. Good morning, lad. Good morning. Always glad to see you in here. Yeah. Oh God. Um, we this part of the Carolinas, we're surrounded by existing and now defunct tribes for like six different groups, and they have found
Mm.
pottery in our area, like tribes from like damn near Virginia passing through, and
Oh,
it's because of one, they say it's because of the Catawba River, which runs up to northern North Carolina. So I can't call who what tribes. Um, no, they fight for that dadgum. There's two times tribal designation.
Mm.
Good, Jabus. Okay, there you go, Anissa. Jabus had his kaching. Um, and I had a neighbor who was all into that, collecting arrowheads and pottery and things like that. And when she passed, because she was older than I am, um, they estimated her collection like at $125,000.
Oh, I have an offer. Let's see.
But Jim was talking about the metal detectors. There's this guy down in York County. He buys land. Well, he buys land all over the place in this area. But he tries to find property with old home sites. And he has some friends that have metal detectors or a metal detecting club. And they go out like on a Saturday and they just cover that property.
That's low ball.
I like watching those. You ever see? They're in like Alabama, but they do like those bottle digging videos where they find a site and then
Right.
they dig in it and they look for old time glass bottles and that. Those actually kind of interesting videos.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah. We had all
It's kind of
kind.
cool here because we didn't have it in Wisconsin, but like we got that creek in front of the house, or if you dig, you got these rocks here. But because this was a shallow ocean at one time, you have all these like fossils in these rocks. Like they look like tubes. I don't think they're coral, but they're some kind of like worm or something, for lack of better terms. And then you'll have like flat pieces of sandstone that will have like shell prints in them or leaf prints or stuff like that. Actually, it's really cool.
Okay, I'll take this offer.
It can't actually. This group of guys are older guys, and their wives actually go with them, and they set them up a couple of those pop-up canopies, and their wives sit out there and knit and do whatever, read and
Make
whatnot
sandwiches.
until about
Make
11. Till,
sandwiches for the men.
yeah, about 12 o'clock.
Till
That's
about
when they
lunchtime.
start opening.
Till about lunchtime.
Yeah, and then that's the guys start opening up the coolers with the beer.
And their wives serve them
Their
sandwiches.
wives are just like there. Yeah, and old privies. And those are outhouses for you city folk that don't know what that is. Um,
Sold a Nike backpack.
cool.
Release it, but they said they know what to use.
Well, Todd's had a good day. How about you, Tara? How have y'all been?
Well, I don't think it. Well, I haven't hardly been listing. I was gone yesterday, but today I'm gonna really. I got to get really back to work. Sometimes you gotta work some in order to really make the big stuff.
Yeah,
And I did okay, I guess.
we don't want Jim to have to get out and dust off his Century 21 gold jacket.
Yeah, I think he sold it though. You'd have to find a new one, and they're expensive. I don't even know if they wear the gold coat anymore though, because Century 21 is like updated their signage and stuff. They have this very like bland taupe kind of signage now. I don't even know if they do the gold coat.
I'm Googling it.
So, Anissa, you bought a bunch of big girl panties yourself?
Mm. Scott's got to be almost done with those. He's really pushing them out.
They are still wearing, according to this, they still wear.
Really.
Yeah, they brought them back.
4X.
Because they changed like their signs in front of their offices, the old Century 21 sign, they like updated it and they made it like modern and kind of like, I want to say like very like, it's like blended in sign. It doesn't stand out. Because Jim was talking to Century 21 guy in Wisconsin. He's like, you gotta be kidding me. That's what they're going with a sign for the new Century 21 sign. But Tom says I said, I don't know if they still wear the gold coat when they updated their logo. But Tom said he says they still do.
They do.
So.
Yeah, they brought
Or
them
they're
back
trying to
because
bring it back.
that's their People can see that damn code, 2 miles off and say, "Oh, there's a Century 21 broker. Let's go
Well,
see
they
him."
should bring back the old gold post and shit then.
If
Uh,
I'm in the national forest, I don't want to see a big ugly McDonald's sign, okay? Because I'm
yeah,
out there to view nature and all its beauty and whatever. But also, when I'm in a strange town, I don't want to eat a Big Mac. I don't want to see a little bunch of bushes and a little green and olive, olive green and taupe brown sign that's like a 3 foot by 2 foot in the bushes, saying that that's where the McDonald's is, and that's why I can't find it. You know what I mean? I
yeah.
want to see a big red and yellow sign if I'm in a city saying Big Mac's here. Okay, that's why I don't like that. The commercial, the new thing. We'll just hide our brand under a bushel. That is, I'm sorry, that's stupid.
Good morning, Vintage.
What commercial is that?
What's that?
Hide our brand under a bushel.
Well,
Or is
that's what
that?
they're all trying to do. Like,
Oh.
that's what they used to in training courses. You'd go to these seminars for real estate selling. That's what they'd be like. The guy calls you secret agents. You go out to dinner, you're afraid to tell anybody you sell real estate. Or somebody starts talking about property, you don't give them your card because, well, I don't want to be seen pushy or whatever. He goes, you're a secret agent. He goes, secret agents in real estate don't make any money.
Oh my God! I will say, I went up to Michigan, last week, and not at the actual restaurants, but they had billboards up with the new Cracker Barrel logo, but the restaurants still had the guy with the barrel, Herschel with his barrel, but they had the actual like new logo like it showed on TV.
Okay, Kent. I'll take your word for it. I wasn't looking at the Century 21 website. I was looking at another one.
I can't believe anybody
Oh, I didn't realize
in
it ended in
sales doesn't want to
'99.
pass out their card, Jim. That's
Century
crazy.
21 Real Estate the men's and women's blazers approved by Century 21 ended in '99. When did you last wear yours? You think?
Well,
Were you in Eagle River?
no, yeah, I was done with Century 21 by 91. Oh, 92.
Oh, because your
Spring of
dad
92.
because your dad wasn't Century 21 anymore.
Right.
He was Vacation.
Yeah, and I sold it to another guy, another real estate office.
Or were you Better Homes and Gardens?
No, not yet. We're still Vacation Land Properties. Vacation Land Properties had gone out of business. Vacation Properties Network had gone out of business, but we're still operating with their. So we were still Vacation Properties Network, even though they're out of business. Nobody was challenging us on it, so we ran on it. And then about 3 years later, they said, "Hey, you can't use our name anymore," and that's when we became Vacation Land Properties.
What's a TGBY, Kent?
TG and Y.
Oh, TGNY. What is that?
That was a discount store, kind of like a smaller version of Walmart.
Okay. I never heard of them either.
We had TG and Y stores in Texas all over.
Those were gold blazers.
They're gold. It's the gold coat, not the yellow. It's the gold coat.
I think they were calf shit yellow, actually.
Oh.
if you worked for Century 21, that's what you actually. Century 21 agents, we actually called them the calf shit yellow jacket.
Well, they're bringing back the original, just for you, Jim, Cracker Barrel signs, and
but did you just listen to me when I just said I was in Michigan? They had Cracker Barrel billboards up that had the new logo, but on the restaurants they still had the old logo.
Well, they're not changing the logo, and they're also bringing back the original interiors with all the stuff on the walls.
Did they ever change it? Were they going to change the interior from the old antique stuff?
We've got a bunch around between here and.
I like sitting in there because I'm like, I own that. I've had that. I've sold that. I've had one of those.
Yeah, you only get to fire my mom once, and then I will never go into your restaurant.
He's never eaten.
Yeah, you fire my mom. I don't.
You need to let that go.
Now
Oh God.
Tara,
you got to teach him the way of the world.
I don't know. Cracker Barrel's okay. I've eaten at them. I mean, they're okay, but sometimes when you go in there, not that I need to overstuff myself with food, but it's just like the way they present it on the plate, you can tell they're like totally do portion control. And I can only tell you this from experience because when I was right out of high school, I worked at a frickin' country kitchen where you had to weigh the French fries in 4 ounces and put them in baggies so that people didn't get more than 4 ounces of French fries.
Good
I
morning,
knew
Craig.
guys who worked at Country Kitchen in the back room, and they would sing "We Don't Need No Education," the Pink Floyd thing. Teacher, leave those kids alone. That song. They would sing that "We don't need no country kitchen. We don't need no portion control"
Oh,
while
Country Kitchen.
while they were filling the little bag.
And this is a
They'd give them like little dime bag, like little
yeah.
marijuana baggies, and they'd be putting in French fries in the
Yeah,
amount of
and
French
you
fries you
got
got in it.
and a scale, and you'd have and these freaking frozen French fries you'd have to put in these 4-ounce bags.
Are you sure you weren't having
Which
to
is
waste
funny.
something
The
else? Are you sure it
Country
was actually
Kitchen he's
food?
talking about would have been like 5 hours north of where I worked at the Country Kitchen in southern Wisconsin.
Yeah, they lasted a long time.
Yeah, your fingers are
Oh
freezing
God!
with those frozen French fries.
You know how in a restaurant sometimes the floor will get slippery from the grease on the those terracotta tiles will get like oil
Oh, they get
impregnated.
sticky in the
Yeah,
back of a
yeah.
Country Kitchen.
And then when you hit the carpet, there'd be carpeted areas. Your feet would just like slide across the carpet because it's like somebody put Jerry curl or
Well,
something in the carpet.
I don't know if you remember Country Kitchen, like this would have been early 90s, maybe 90. Used to be the wait staff used to wear like this Holly Hobby apron kind of dress thing. Oh, it was so ugly. So that was your uniform, and then they made you wear their approved shoes, which look like those old 1950s nurse shoes.
Amy wore it.
Nice,
Oh
David.
my God! And they would stink
stink.
from like walking in that back kitchen. They smelled like rancid grease. It was gross.
I never worked in a restaurant. Good morning, Craig. Good morning, Jack.
I did right out of high
Jake.
school, and I learned my lesson.
It's but they're taking the
I'll never
interiors back
serve people
because
again.
they had such complaints. They've got backbone. They're standing by their customers and telling the. I don't know whether they fired the president, that woman that was changing everything or not, but everything she's done so
I
far
don't
has
know.
been changed back. But like I said,
I knew it.
I've never worked in a restaurant, so I don't have any stories about that.
Or
I've
the guy
eaten at a
leaves
man.
you a bone
But
up
I've
there.
eaten at one. I played one on TV. um,
But they have like prints of him touching stuff too. So they got prints. They got the weapon. They're gonna find this jerk.
Oh, good.
the song that Jim was singing, is that The Wall? Is that the one it's called? Can't you know everything?
Yeah, we don't
The
need no
Wall.
education.
Yeah, The Wall.
Well, it's on the album The Wall, but I don't know if that
Uh,
song is called The Wall.
It's the one that
Okay.
says where they say, I think it's the wall. It says, "Teacher, leave them kids alone."
Yeah.
But it's like, we don't need no country kitchen. We don't need no mind control
Portion control.
or portion control. Yeah, that's the change of portion.
Oh, they
That
were
must be a
horrible.
northern restaurant chain because I don't remember ever seeing one down here.
Country Kitchen was kind of like Perkins. Do you have Perkins in down by you?
And nobody called it country
we
kitchen
we've
when
got
you're in
a
high school. Everybody
couple.
called it the kid.
We've got a
I don't know
couple.
why.
It was a little bit like Perkins, maybe not quite as classy as a Perkins.
And they would be open 24 hours, so you could go there after bar.
Be like a
And we had 18-year-old drinking age, so when you're 18 or whatever, you close the bar, you'd go to, we called it the country kitchen, we call it the Ginch. We'd all go hang out at the Ginch and try, whatever didn't work in the bar, you're going to try on these girls after the bar, it did also continue to not work.
Maybe kind of like a Denny's. They were everywhere up here. Well, I don't know about Kentucky, but at least in Wisconsin.
Craig, stop it. He's sending me questions on my.
We have two of the busiest Chick-fil-A's in the entire system in Charlotte, and they have got that
I've never
system. They have got that system down pat. Because they have their peeps standing out in and they have built covered sheds for the cars to be under and their employees to stand under. By the time they take their order and they get up to the window, they have gotten, they're bringing their food out to them. I think all of the daggum franchises need to pay attention to that.
I've never eaten Chick-fil-A.
I
Have
never,
you
never
never?
either.
It's
I've never
okay.
been to Chick-fil-A. I've just never eaten there.
Yeah, it's okay.
And
I'm not.
my mom
Roberta's a
either.
big fan of it, but I'm not. I mean, I can take it or leave it. I'm not going to drive out of my way. If she wants Chick Fil A, I'll drive across town for it. But I'm not going to. I'm not going to go to it from just for myself. I mean, they've got a huge, as you know, they've got a huge following because back when everybody's trying to shut them down, their profits went up like 10%.
Well, a lot of times if I'm in a bigger city and there's Chick-fil-A or other stuff, I end up picking something else. And we do have like we have a college in our town. They have something like a Chick-fil-A Express. It's down there on the college campus, where all the young
Right.
people are, and I want to be like the old creepy person hanging out
Yeah,
over
they
there
know we're
down by
all
the
uneducated. They're gonna
yeah
look at us like we're stupid and stuff.
yeah old and stupid.
Yeah, we're old and weak and stupid.
I
He probably still on eBay.
the quality of food in restaurants has gone down. I don't care who you're paying. I mean, how much you're paying. Um, I would just as soon go to Publix and pick up a box full of their um,
You know what it
buffalo
is too?
wings
It's
and
so
call it a
flippin'
day.
sometimes it's so flippin' expensive. Like if the three of us go to McDonald's, I mean, like I'll give you an example. Like we picked up Brandon from football last Monday or something, and I said, Brandon, you want to get a sandwich because I didn't cook? And he's like, yeah, let's go. I said, let's go to Taco Bell. It's under new management. He's like, no way, because our Taco Bell used to be real sketchy over here
Oh
in town.
yeah,
He
they
won't
got the
go in.
red. They here when they do the health inspections, they make you display your score.
On
So
a sign on
they'll
the
have it on
door.
the window. It'll be a green square if they're good. It'll say whatever like 90 and up percent. They made it on the checklist. But if they're less than that, then they're like yellow. And our Taco Bell has consistently had a big red square. So when the health inspector was going through, I don't know what they had. I don't know. No other restaurant had the red square. I mean,
Right.
it had to be uber nat.
Anyway, so Brandon's like, no way. I go, well, it's under new management. So he's like, no, let's go to Arby's. And for me, Jim, and Brandon to eat at Arby's, it was like $40. And I'm kind of like, I guess I could go home and make sandwiches for less than $40.
But I do want to say Taco Bell in neighboring towns, all green and good.
Oh yeah, the one in
It's
Hodgesville.
just that one
good.
singular one. I'm not
Yeah.
besmirching. I love Taco Bell. It's a great place.
Yeah,
That one.
it's the Taco Bell. If anybody executives from Taco Bell listen to this useless podcast, the one in Campbellsville is not good.
Thank
The
you.
other reason I don't like the one in
But we
Campbellsville,
love the one in Hodgesville.
I ordered one of those party packs of tacos. I mean, it was ridiculous, and I'm not exaggerating. Okay, this is not embellishment. I opened up one of them tacos. I'm like, there's no meat in these things. I opened it up. There's literally 1 teaspoon of taco meat in the center of the thing, and the rest was lettuce. It was basically lettuce on a taco shell. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, and they charge you what? It was the party pack was expensive.
Yeah.
But I was really hungry. I'm like, I want a bunch of tacos right now. And what I got was a bunch of lettuce with these moist. They were the hard shells, but they were like got moist or something, so they weren't even hard anymore. And it was just all lettuce and 1 teaspoon. You could fit all the meat in that taco shell in a teaspoon. It was ridiculous. So besides being dirty, they were.
Thank you, Sue,
Bad
and thank you
portion.
for saying something so I could check and see if you got your wrench because I didn't realize you didn't have a wrench. Publix does have good subs. Matter of fact, the Publix
We
that
don't
they
have
just built near our house, they are just people are going over there and getting subs and some of their other deli food instead of going
Watch
to
out,
the.
Tom! You got a cat in front of your face.
Yeah, I know. He's nosy.
What did the cat get in his house?
Yeah,
Instead of
it just
the
rubbed
Jack
its
in
tail
Box
on
and
his
stuff like
chin.
that.
Do you need us to call animal control for
No,
you?
I do not. I need you to not get on the. Just don't get on the daggum cat story today. My cats are. You'll starve, but my cats won't.
I'll starve. No, we won't starve. We got guns. We'll shoot your cats.
Cat's
and eat 'em.
delicious.
Cat's delicious.
Yeah,
Put a little
you
But
know.
only outside cats.
I-
Way inside cat stays.
Yeah,
I'm
put a
with
little
you.
barbecue sauce.
Sue, I would like to know how they make the filling to go in their tacos, because I have
No, you don't
stirred.
want
Because
to.
I had a chef friend to tell me that you stir it. You just keep stirring it, and they probably have like a big blender, not a blender, but
I don't think they make the meat there. I think it comes in big plastic pouches, and then
And they
they
squeeze
dump
it
it.
It
out.
They
does.
squeeze it out onto some kind of warmer, and that's why you have to stir it a little bit, and then slap it on those tacos.
Did Scott work in the Taco Bell?
No, he was
No,
Burger King.
Yeah, he was Burger King.
or was he Hardy?
He was Burger
I
King
don't know.
and
I thought he
Wendy's,
was
I think
Burger
he
King.
was.
Oh,
Wendy's
okay.
must be having some
Well, maybe.
issues because they've closed two here. I was driving down Park Road Extension, and there was a Wendy's there, and the signage was gone. I mean, it was completely closed down, and the signage was
Oh
gone.
yeah. And you gotta be careful with Wendy's too. Some of them can be kind of sketchy.
Our Wendy's was, but not. I would say that's the only one I've ever run into that was not good.
I think I
Maybe it's
ran
just
into
our
one
town.
other one.
Yeah, I like the Italian Firehouse sub, Sandy.
I've never eaten at Firehouse Subs.
Where is the
The
bearded
Italian
picture at this morning?
Firehouse. That sounds like something you go to Vegas or so. Hey, guess what I had when I was in Vegas? An Italian Firehouse.
Yeah, but the Italian Firehouse subs are good. But it's now y'all making me hungry because I'm only allowed 1,200 calories a day, and that Firehouse sub would probably knock out 1,700 right there.
Well, that would make the weight fall off you if you stay on 1,200 calories a
Well,
day.
that's the thing. I've got to get it off. Um,
You didn't try the shot?
I did, but all it did was give me gas. I'm serious.
Oh. Well, you get rid of
Which
all
is a
that air
side
weight.
effect.
Really?
Yeah, it is a side
Sugar free.
effect because my doctor said now you might have an increased level of gas, but you've seen the Italian Firehouse show in Mexico. Like when that's a lie. You've never been to the amazement.
Ay, ay, caramba.
Too much information. Yeah, I agree with you on that,
Yeah,
lag.
most
I
of the
mean, Craig.
Wendy's, you could see them cooking. I mean, the grills are right there. You could see the cooking going on.
Yeah, this I would again say this was just this one select ones. Every other I've been to many Wendy's and they're all clean as you can be. I mean, they're very nice restaurants.
You never eat at Wendy's.
Point out a Wendy's, I went to it all the time.
Yeah, 40 years ago. I've eaten at Wendy's recently because you know who always takes me to Wendy's because they have the $5 biggie bags, and I've been in some other sketchy Wendy's.
They had the horse tying up post. That's why I chose it. It was a nice.
Okay.
It was in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. It was very nice.
Your husband gained 5 pounds on Ozempic.
I
I
thought it
haven't
made
heard
you
that, but
lose
I've heard
weight.
people not losing any weight off of it. To a he's
Ozempic.
famous burrito.
Not losing any weight.
Oh Lord. Well then, Texas, you need to um, take one of your bunkhouses and convert it into like a camp and advertise. You know, you want to lose pounds, guaranteed you'll lose 20 pounds in a week. You're just having cookies, burritos for a week.
Who's playing taps?
It's 9/11
It's on
Memorial
the
Day.
news is on. Yeah, we're playing taps because we had some fatalities.
We're
on the
burying the
family.
leg in the backyard from a Christmas story.
No, it's the 9/11 thing. They must be laying a wreath somewhere.
Hmm.
Yeah, on YouTube, I get a lot of these recommendations about movies and stuff like that because Roberta and I are big into what the backstory behind movies. Things that happened while they were making them and whatnot. And I saw one popped up yesterday, and it's of one of my favorite movies, and that's Meatballs. You know what?
Oh, that's a good movie.
It's one of my favorite movies.
With Rudy the
Anyway,
Rabbit.
huh?
With
Yeah,
Rudy the
Rabbit.
Rabbit.
Yeah. Um, that was actually filmed at a summer camp, and 90% of the extras were campers. The camp was
Oh.
actually going on while they were making it. So there's a
Well, Omen 2 was filmed in Eagle River, and they used the Catholic school class as extras at the birthday party when they're skating on the lake. And
right.
Jim could have been in it, but he went to Disney.
Yeah, my dad's like, you can go to Disney World to be in this movie. I'm like, I'm going to Disney World.
Because like we haven't watched it for a while, but Jim would be like, "Oh, there's Tony, there's so and so." Anyway,
Tony's the guy. That's the cop who arrested my
the
wife.
house that was filmed in, what do they call that? That's Indian Point, ain't it?
Bill.
Was it the Everett?
Anyway, it would be kind of across the lake from where Jim's dad's house was.
Texas. I wanted a Little Debbie yesterday so bad. I don't know why. I was
Was it the Mulrooney house?
getting
So
Roberta an
don't you call it
icy,
Indian
and I
Point when you're on
saw
the
the
lake?
Little
Or
Debbie's
movie picture?
display, and I wanted some Dunkin' sticks. But I said, "Get behind me, devil," and I
Not today,
continued
Satan.
on.
Yeah, Little Debbie has killed more people than car accidents.
Or that? No, I always say Little Debbie. Every time I see her picture, I'm like, that girl has killed more people than Joseph Stalin.
Oh, that's what you said.
Have you ever seen what's his name? He was on Saturday Night Live. He was in the Blades of Fury or something of that kind of. Help me out here, Kent. You know everything. What's his name? Will Ferrell. Yeah, Will Ferrell. Um, he showed up on the Late Show one night, and he was dressed as Little Debbie. He was so funny. He
Oh,
was the new
really?
face. The face of Little Debbie. He's such a hoot, and he is tall. He is tall. Anyway, I just popped in my mind about you know trivia and
And his
minute
one
to
of his father and his father played in a band. Was it like the Righteous Brothers or the something? No, I have to ask Jim. Jim knows it, and he went outside. Somebody can Google it.
you had a cookie from Whole Foods and that was a bad day. Sue, you don't want to hang around with me too much.
Jim, Will Ferrell's dad. What band was he in?
Everly Brothers.
Everly Brothers. It's like a 1960s band.
Yeah, it's real easy to Google. It's Will
Oh.
Ferrell. You say who's Will Ferrell's dad, or his uncle is one of the all. He's
Oh.
yeah. It's
Bellamy Brothers.
or
No.
Bellamy. It's one of those like.
Is
two brother
Bellamy
acts.
Brothers country music?
Yes.
The Allman Brothers.
I gotta go. He's not
No,
related. Just
every-
Will Ferrell look like he's related to the Allman Brothers.
I don't know. They have brothers in the time.
Jabez,
I know.
he is not funny with
Freebird.
everything he does. Sometimes he's just irritating as hell. But a good bit of stuff he does.
Sometimes, like, you have to watch something a couple times to really get the humor. And I'll use this as an example. Step Brothers. Like, the first time I watched it, I'm like, what? I think I was also kind of tired. But now, I mean, I think that movie's hilarious.
The Elf movie. The first time I saw Elf, I thought it was stupid. Now I was like, oh, okay.
I hate that movie. If my kids
The
have
Elf
it on,
movie?
I will tell them to go to their room and watch it.
I did too, but there's a lot of nuanced humor in there if you're watching.
No,
Yeah, now you.
Actually, James Caan, he's great in it.
he gets on my nerves so bad in that movie. But dang, Sue, you had a bad. Your day was bad. Wait a minute. Okay. I understand what you're saying there, but you had a bad day and a cookie made it better, honey. When I have a bad day, I'm ready to get down the bottle of bourbon, not a freaking cookie.
Okay, saxophone player for the Righteous Brothers.
Oh,
It
see, I
was
knew
his
it had
dad.
brothers in
Yeah.
it. So Righteous Brothers.
And he's a saxophone player. He's
Was
not
it his dad or his uncle?
His dad.
Oh,
Are you kidding, Lag? I just I he gets on my nerves so bad in that movie. He's
You
just
like the
so
leotards,
obnoxious.
though. You
I
like the
don't.
Hi,
leotard
Mr.
outfit,
Wall.
What?
Elf.
Oh, Blades of Glory.
That was actually okay.
I like Blade. I
You're
mean, I don't
better off.
agree with his politics, but I think he's funny. I can still
You're
laugh at
better
him.
off than drinking the devil's brew, Sue. Um. Anyway, like I said, we like to watch.
Refined sugar is bad.
Oh, I was on. I said yesterday on Scott's show, if anybody has the Foundation DVD set in their store, send me a
What the
link
heck's
to it.
foundation?
It's a science fiction.
Well, why
It's
don't you just go on eBay and type in the search bar?
because I want if it's the price is agreeable to buy it from a friend.
Yeah, I know, but what if none of your friends have it? Are you going to wait years for it?
I'll
Oh boy,
just
what are you
after
geeking
I
up to?
buyer's remorse will kick in and I won't worry about it anymore.
Oh,
I
it
would
must
rather
be
buy it.
expensive.
I would rather buy it. I would rather buy it and then pay $13 a month to have to be able to stream it.
Huh.
Anyway, it's weird as hell. Uh,
I was
what is cool about it is that they had Empire. It's the Galactic Empire. Uh, the Emperor is not a person; it's three people, and they're clones from the original Emperor. And there's Emperor
a
Dawn,
woman, a minority.
Emperor Day, and Emperor Dusk. And Dawn is when they're small, their children. Day is when they take over, and Dusk is when they're grown old, and they just keep.
Oh boy.
Well, that's what they were going to
So
do
they're all
to.
the same person?
They're
They're
basically all the same
clones.
person,
Oh, okay. So it's like Baby
which
New
is good for
Year.
the actors. Which is good for the actors because, like Dusk, he's through the whole series because Brother Dusk always looks the same.
You know,
Thank you,
with your
Lag.
your Carolina, I got to tell you this, with your Carolina accent, when you said their name is Dawn, I thought you said Dong. I'm like, what the
I thought
hell
you said
kind?
dong also.
I'm like, what kind of sci-fi show is this?
Well, they're trying to appeal
Emperor,
like I mean, those
Emperor
shows sell
Dong.
big in the Asian market.
Dawn, Dawn.
Yeah, well, the way you say it sounds like Dong.
There's a lot of U.S. movies do better in China than they do in the U.S.
Anyhow, check your stores, or if you don't know off the top of your head, if you got it, let me know.
Tom, I'm going to tell you something.
What?
We have a 25-cent media day at one of the thrift stores, and I'll see like a DVD, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I want to watch that show," but now I just leave it because I buy the DVD, I get it for a quarter, but now I got this DVD, so I come home and I realize, oh, this is on streaming. So rather than go put my DVD in the DVD player, it's just easier for me to hit the streaming channel it's on and watch it. So I wind up not even using the stupid DVD I buy, so I don't even buy them anymore.
I gotta.
Because I don't care what it is. Somebody, if nobody else is streaming it, somebody's put it up on YouTube, and you can watch it at like 1995 pixels, but it's out there. You can watch it, whatever it is.
I'm sorry, Lag, that you don't like my accent, but at least I'm not packing the car. Oh Lord, people are crazy. Todrick, what you got on the agenda for today?
I
Is
think
this
we
thing?
lost Todd. He must have fallen asleep.
This is on.
I don't see his hand. He must be gone.
He snuck out.
See,
His hand
like,
is always there.
I have a messed up accent because I basically grew up in. I lived in Charleston, South Carolina, till I was 13, and they have a really Sue, put your fingers in your ear, fucked up accent down
Why are
there.
you messing with that?
It's like Jody's
And
truck.
then we
Yeah, I'm
moved
gonna listen to
to Upper South Carolina, where they have their own
Good idea.
accent, which is more traditional Southern.
Ertl.
So when it all blends together, it's just total mess. Even though when I was like 17 and was in Kennebunkport, Maine, this guy,
Well, they
this
got that. Did you ever watch? There's a YouTube video about some like people that live on an island off of Carolina, and they have this real unique accent, and they say
yeah,
it actually like goes
Gula,
back to like colonial time accent.
isn't it Gula?
What's the island
La,
called?
Mayberry.
No, it's a real unique accent. It's a little bit
what?
like Old English parts of it.
Um, Geechee, yeah, Geechee, yeah, Gula, but Geechee is another one. They go to
Yeah,
the boat. They go.
I
They
think
have
they
a
eat a
boat,
lot of. I think they eat a lot of clams. They eat a
and I
lot of seafood, like
uh,
clams and stuff.
yeah, I have a I have a lot of family still in the Charleston area, and I'll go down there, and I'm like, what the hell did you say? Because they have real thick Geechee accents. But anyhow,
I know you don't
Todd,
like this,
now
Tom.
that you're back, what are you going? What's on your agenda today? You going to make a bunch more money today?
Sure. I got a pack pots.
Cookware, uh, historic cookware. That's the kind of pots he's cooking. He's packing.
And then I got to go pick up my mother-in-law's car from the repair shop. Got to go torment the Lutherans. Yeah, busy day.
Oh, it's Lutheran Day.
Yeah, Thursdays.
Yeah, he's got to go take his weekly bath, splash on some high karate,
Mm-hmm.
put on his too tight cowboy jeans.
Oh boy.
I saw my brother and his family. Well, my sister in law retired, and they had a big retirement party for her. And my brother's kids, grandkids, all showed up, and they're little, and they had on cowboy boots, all of them, and they looked so cute because they are country kids. Um, the old saying about you got to eat a little dirt to be healthy. These kids they will live to be 500 years old. Um, but they all had on little cowboy boots, cowgirl boots, and my brother said, "You see the one that Emily has on?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "They cost more than my boots did." And I said, "Savannah paid that much for those boots?" She said, "No," and Aunt did. And I'm thinking, dang, them things. I know adult boots get real cowboy boots, cowgirl boots get real expensive, but that's like Weebox. Do they still make them? I guess I'll find out in the next few months. It was like $50 for a pair of shoes that this kid will wear maybe one time while they're taking pictures.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
Jake, I don't know. I don't know. What are you doing? You out kicking people out, expanding the empire? We went to a local reseller to celebrate eBay 30 years.
Bum, bum,
Cool.
bum.
Well, it must have been like a reseller meetup in an area.
Jake probably says, I hate all these people. They think I'm just a tyrant, kicking everybody, evicting everybody. But you and Jim would probably get along. I believe in his younger days he had to do that too.
Well, Jim was always of the theory goes the problem is you can't be friends with you can be polite and businesslike with them, but you can't be friends with them. You gotta treat all kind of expect all renters to be orangutans. Well, you've seen some really tore up stuff, you know what I mean?
Absolutely,
But
absolutely.
like Jim, like if they were but this is a different state. You know, you had to give like I think they got behind on rent, you had to give them that 14-day notice and before you could start eviction. I mean, that was but different states probably have different laws. What was it for evicting a person up in Wisconsin? You had to give them a 14-day when they were late.
Yeah, 5 day and a 14 day. So you had
Yeah,
19 days, and then you could call the sheriff.
yeah. And Jim was always so real like big on getting references. Like when they came to like ask to rent a place from him, he would call your old because he we were in a small town, so he knew most of the other landlords. He called the other landlords.
Yeah, and if you can't remember the last place you lived, you ain't renting from me.
Yeah. There was down in Rock Hill, there was a landlord down there that had all these. When all the mills started closing up, they started selling off their mill houses. And for those that don't know what that is, that's housing that was supplied by the mill, and the workers rented them from them. So if you got fired or quit, then you had to move. Anyway, he bought a bunch of them when they were selling them off, and he had a bad reputation in town. If your rent's due on the first, and it's not paid by the 15th, on the 16th you would come home and find all of your crap in the front yard.
And I don't think you can do that in Wisconsin.
Well,
You
he
can't just
he
take
would
their
get
stuff out.
fined. He would get fined like, which
Yeah,
this was quite a few years ago. He would get fined like $1,600. He
I
just
think you
say
have to put in a storage unit
he would say
because
he would
we
say
had one that I actually.
he would say it's better just to go ahead and pay the fine and get them out than have to deal with all the crap. But he would. You'd come home and you could tell when somebody hadn't paid their rent because you could drive by one of their properties, which some of them were right off the main boulevard, um,
Uh,
and you'd see all of this stuff stacked out in front of it. Whoops! Somebody didn't pay their rent.
we
Joseph, go
we
ahead.
have a Jim had a little duplex and his mom rented to somebody and Jim's like, don't rent to this person, but she did anyway because that's just how she is. Well, he ended up in jail, and I helped you clean that stuff out, but it was kind of a big deal because you were supposed to put the stuff in storage, weren't you?
yeah.
Yeah, he was a real pain in the ass.
Were you supposed to pay for the storage, Jimbo?
Well, you have to put it in
Well,
storage.
we actually had a garage behind the real estate office.
Uh
I
huh.
don't know if we had that still.
No,
We
because
put it somewhere though. We put it somewhere at the farm or something. We had it all together. We didn't
yeah,
disperse it. It was all
Right.
together. And then I just on a daily basis because he would spit at me. He was in jail, but
they had to put the spit guard on
yeah,
him.
put the spit guard on because he tried to spit at me while I was there trying to talk to him. And then at the jail. So then finally, I just started calling his mother on a daily basis, and then eventually she said, "Okay, I'll authorize you to dispose of it." I said, "Because if you ain't coming back to pick it up," she's like, "Well, you can't throw it away." I said, "Well, yeah, but we will eventually throw it away because nobody's picking it up." I said, "Well, I don't want to deal with it." Okay. The next day, I called her up again. You keep calling me. I finally called her till she got sick of it and said, "Okay, just get rid of the crap." Because I mean, if nobody wants to pick it up, what the hell am I holding on to it for? And
Yeah.
I was never going to let him live in that apartment again. So
Right.
he wasn't renting from us again.
You really ought to
Yeah,
start.
he was a monster.
You ought
That
to.
kid was 18-year-old monster.
You ought to start Jim's fireside chat and get you a big a wingback chair and set it by your fireplace, and start recording all of
Why
these
Jim
little
can't?
stories Because Jim, people would really find
Why
them
Jim
interesting.
can't stand the smell of baby wipes when he had to clean out like
Yeah.
500 garbage bags of dirty diapers out of a basement of a house that he was
It was up
managing
to my
rent.
nipples in the basement. When I walked down the basement stairs, standing in the garbage bags were up to my nipples. Okay, standing
That's
up.
quite a
That's how
measurement.
deep the damn basement was. Well, that's where it was on my body. It wasn't at my shoulders, but it was at my nipples. And mine are high and tight. They're not pointing at the floor.
I was about to ask, was that in your younger days, or was that recent when they started sagging?
No, right now.
Right now, Jim's
If I
nipples
took
are
out
high
my
and
shirt,
tight.
mine are just like RFKs. They're standing straight
They're
out.
like high beams.
Yeah.
We go to the water park and I wear one of those dry fit Nike shirts, and Tara's like, "Oh my god, it's so gross! I see your nipples."
Well done, James.
Demonstration. Yeah, we'll have Jim's video on his nipples.
I
No,
will show
we're
you how
not
you
having a
cut glass.
demonstration lag.
If you need some glass cut, I can do it.
Good morning, Bessie.
Y'all are not right.
He is not right. And that's the reason I think, Jim's Fireside Chat, a YouTube channel.
Nobody's gonna listen to that stuff.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? People, especially the bar days, people will
We'll
be
sit around
all
a
over that.
campfire.
It'll be
We'll have
like
Todd send us some of that pot he's selling. We'll pass around the campfire. Everybody will take a puff, and then it's probably stale because it's so old. But
oh Lord, you people are not right.
Oh, boy.
Totally not right, but you're funny as hell.
when I walked in and you said that you're talking about pot, you said, "Oh, that's interesting pot." And then you said something about being thousands of years old. I'm like, sounds like it'd be pretty stale.
Oh, God.
It's like
Tara is the
flashback.
straight man or the straight woman for Jim's little
I-
comedy
Great
show.
one.
Hey,
So
Glenn.
Tara's like,
I'm Ed McMahon. And he's
Yeah.
Johnny Carson.
"You're cuter than Ed McMahon, though."
Oh, but I'd always have to be boosting your ego, like, "Oh, that's a great one, Jim. Oh, you're
Damn
so
right.
funny.
Yeah,
That's the best thing I've ever heard."
Yeah.
Thanks, Jabus. Thank you for coming in. Always a pleasure to have you in here.
We just lost half our viewers. Great job,
Yeah,
Jim.
great job.
Great
Gotta go.
job. No, it's 10
Yeah,
o'clock
gotta
because
go
they knew I was
for
getting
this
ready to crank
talk.
it down. So anyway,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I got to run too, Jake. Y'all have a great day. Thank you, Todd, for coming in, and thank you to our special guests, Jim and Tara Carey, for just
We're the
lightening up
special
this heavy
guest.
show. Jim needs to
Our
come in
special.
on the Friday night show on Scott's show.
Jim's not invited there.
Scott knows better.
Scott knows better.
He would be a good he would be a good mix with that group of misfits there.
Yeah,
Bye,
Scott
Sue.
knows
Take
better.
care of
Scott's
yourself,
like,
honey.
I'm not including him.
No Jim's allowed.
No Jims allowed.
Jimbo. Anyway,
Dex.
thanks everybody for coming and hanging out with us. Y'all have a great Thursday. Look for Todd's show in the morning. He'll have some amazing buys, I'm sure. If not, he'll have some stories about taking his elderly girlfriends back to the back room and showing him his stuff. So anyway,
He's taking his elderly girlfriends and showing them his stuff. Oh
Yeah.
boy, we don't want that on video either. I don't know what kind of deals are going on over there.
Okay, y'all have a great day.
Oh boy.
Thanks again. Bye
All
bye.
right.
Bye.
Bye.